Bitcoin is worthless artificial gold.
Bitcoin doesn't have any value in and of itself. It's not backed up by anything.
That within a decade, crypto and blockchain technology will be the 12th sector of the S&P.
Raise interest rates right now!
As Bitcoin falls below 20K and even 19,000 US dollars is $18,000 next. And Bitcoin has done more than one thing that it has never done before right now. But is now a good time to buy? Is the bottom close? Or are the Moon Boys' lives about to get a trillion times worse? So sit down, buckle in, and send your grandma an I love you text because things are about to get disgusting. I'm your host, Chad Chugsworth, and Bitcoin has just done the unthinkable. And in this video, I will lay out for you what just happened and if now is a good time to buy, or if in fact, we're not even close to the bottom. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on those ghost notifications to never miss these absolutely gigantic, mind-numbing alerts. And if you're interested in any bonuses or deals, all of the links are in the comments and description below. And without any further magoo, let's do what we always do and get dumped on. It's so big that it hurts. Bitcoin right now, today, and we talked about this yesterday, and we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks, but specifically yesterday we talked about how big this was. If we break through this channel, we break through 20K, we break through the previous bull market all-time high, which was right around 20K, and we have done that. In the last 24 hours, it is 100,000% confirmed that Bitcoin has in fact initiated a dump. And I want to start off by saying this, it makes, you know how there's always that meme of this time is different. Well, this time it is different to the dumpy side. This has never happened before in any cycle. So every theory that anybody has had in terms of a super cycle or a lengthening cycle or a whatever cycle you want to talk about, they've all been disproven to this point. Everything has been wrong. So it goes without saying now, even on a macro chart, you cannot necessarily look at the history of Bitcoin to tell you where it is going. And so that's a very big deal. Most people would agree for years that it's really hard to predict Bitcoin on a one day or a 1 week or even 1 month price basis, right? Nobody can really predict all the time or very accurately that short of a time frame. But now, what we can confidently say is that looking at history, even to predict macro cycles, well, maybe that is also not possible to do, considering everybody has said for at least this entire cycle, for at least the last 4 years, about not going below previous all-time highs, and today is the day that that has changed forever. I mean, let's be honest, there are days where you should buy Bitcoin, days when you should sell Bitcoin, and there are just some days where you just gotta cuddle up to your grandma and give her a nice kiss. And, you know, I'm starting to think that that might be one of those days. So, as well, with Bitcoin's price now, how low could we go realistically? Well, so far, I'm honestly surprised that we haven't dropped faster, although something very predictable about this is it's very, very consistent. The price has been dropping very, very consistently where, we break some of these structures and we think, oh, this might mean we could go down to this price. And basically by the next day we do, right? Just yesterday we were saying, oh, if we break this, we're going to collapse below 20K. And we did the next day. So one thing very consistent about these charts is just that it's consistently breaking down. And another thing is that whether it's Celsius, whether it's BlockFi, whether it's almost any single firm related to crypto, it seems as though like most of them are collapsing. So that's, again, another big piece of the puzzle. But before we actually go into anything else, I want to talk about this. And it's this narrative that Bitcoin is not even close to capitulating. A lot of people have been saying for a while, this is when the most money is made. This is the type of fear you want to see in the market. And to be fair, every on-chain piece of data, every type of sentiment analysis, all of it is screaming, we must be close, but then we just keep going lower. And so in that sense, this is very interesting to watch because this is truly the unraveling. This could end up being one of the biggest Bitcoin collapses combined with the stock market as well, because again, that's one of the major things really fueling this. Nothing's ever 100% confident, but if the stock market was doing this instead of what it's currently doing this, I think there's almost a 0% chance that Bitcoin would be going down right now. Okay, so realistically, again, it's very related to the stock market. If the stock market was doing better, I do not think Bitcoin would be in this position. I think that goes without saying. I think most people would agree with that. And another funny piece of analysis here is that, this guy, top comment here, invested in crypto. He invested in 2017 and he's held ever since. He's officially in the red again. And I think that's true for many people that bought Bitcoin. Well, yes, anywhere above where we currently are at 18,000, which could have been back in 2017. And altcoins as well are just completely down. ETH is below $1,000 here and just continuing to go down. In fact, this head and shoulders pattern is truly actually playing out. It's still going down. And a couple of weeks ago, many people would have said, wow, that just isn't, it's not very likely. But here we are. The entire space is shocking everyone yet once again. And I think it's very important to understand, just how big this is, just how unusual it is. But yeah, with Bitcoin dropping below 20,000 as the market continues melting down, we saw the collapse of two major tokens, Terra Luna, also Celsius, and it's adding the general consensus that the stability of crypto is at stake right here. It's not unusual in crypto bear markets to draw down between 85 to 90%. And in the last decade, two prolonged crypto downturns saw Bitcoin lose more than 80% of its value, and it bounced back and then some every single time. But at this very second, again, where are we right now? Well, we're down about 72%. And we talked about this. 80% is around 13,000. 85% is right at about 10,000 US dollars. So as we said in the last video and a few before that, unfortunately at this point, but it has to be accepted that Bitcoin technically could still go down to 10,000 US dollars. I personally think there will always be an amount of people willing to buy Bitcoin at certain prices, but what we really have to consider is as we're going down and hitting some of those low price targets, which institution could get liquidated at those prices, right? MicroStrategy does have a liquidation price. Technically, I believe it's around 3,000, so very, very low, but like Celsius, there are so many firms and so many institutional entities, so many billion-dollar or formerly billion-dollar companies that have prices where if Bitcoin touches those prices, they lose it. Where the price continues to cascade to the downside. So, and that's literally, I think, what we've been seeing. But I personally also think that and this isn't really too far-fetched of an opinion, but I think a lot of people agree that there are big players in the space that are hunting for these price targets so that certain firms or certain institutions or certain holders of Bitcoin do get liquidated. That is the point, right? And again, I wouldn't be surprised that if we look back in the future, maybe 5-10 years from now, if the information comes out on like who was doing this, right? Could it be familiar faces like we see on TV, like for example, Charlie Munger or Warren Buffett, even like Bill Gates, right? That have actively come out and said they're not fans of cryptocurrency. Is it possible somebody like that is somehow involved also? Again, it's all speculation, but all I'm saying is that it would not surprise me if all of these people that are anti-Bitcoin, that are worth billions of dollars, it would not surprise me if they somehow dabbled their toes into Bitcoin and crypto in order to cause or at least exacerbate or speed up something like this. That's all I'm saying is that, it would not be shocking if something like that were to happen. And it's not even necessarily a bad thing. It's all part of the game, right? If Bitcoin is going to be legitimate and really do what a lot of people believe it will do, then it has to go past these trials. So again, just another trial that Bitcoin has to go through. And for it to be a true challenge, a true trial, it probably has to get a lot uglier than most people ever think is possible. And I think the first step, or the biggest step, is breaking below that previous all-time high. I think that is going to make a lot of people believe, okay, wow, maybe Bitcoin is dead this time. But the big question is, will you believe that it's truly dead forever? So get to the new channel, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on those ghost notifications to never miss these absolute time-sensitive alerts. As well, if you're still holding ADA and you want to stake and delegate to our pool to earn free Ape Society tokens, make sure to just check out the link below. It only takes 2-3 minutes to delegate and you keep it in your wallet. And as well, if you are interested in trading with our pool, basically Bitcoin has just been printing money to people shorting it for the past basically 8 months. If you're interested in joining our team, the first 10 signups get additional free trading bonuses, and then also 20% trading fee discounts, an additional $4,000 in bonuses. You share 50% of the winnings, and you're included to earn exclusive NFTs as well. But without any further ado, that's for me.